Hello and welcome back to our series of short videos, How to Do It Right, the SAP S/4HANA Project Handbook. This series is based on our book publication. We share practical experience and proven methods for successful SAP S/4HANA projects. Our goal is simple: take away the fear and bring clarity to you. My name is Lucas Roers, and this is the 7th episode. Today, we talk about the nasty leftovers that can kill the budget of a SAP project. In the upcoming videos, we will address topics like, for example, share with you a practical guide, how not to forget about the number of little details that might let your project collapse. In the first 6 episodes, we covered the wrong assumptions at the beginning of SAP projects, greenfield versus brownfield, consulting models, AI and SAP RISE and cloud operations, and how finally SAP programs should actually get started. More parts to follow. Part 8, Basic with a Thrill, Project and Roll-in Out Organization. Part 9, Go Live, Change Management, Transition into Organization. And even more parts to follow. Today, we focus on something much less glamorous. The annoying leftovers. The side topics. The operational details. The things nobody prioritizes because they do not look strategic enough. Until they suddenly delay the project, create major cost overruns, or force redesigns late in the program. And the dangerous part is, most of these topics look small in the beginning. But in large SAP programs, small neglected topics scale into large operational risks very quickly. Let us start with the most underestimated topic in almost every SAP program: master data. Customers, vendors, materials, finance structures, reporting hierarchies, authorization references, business partners, and much others. Depending on the industry sector you are in, almost every SAP process depends on master data access and quality. The problem is, many organizations still treat migration as a technical copy exercise instead of a governance problem. Current implementation research and migration experience show very clearly. Bad master data remains one of the largest root causes for unstable S/4HANA go-lives. And AI makes this even more critical. Bad master data now creates bad automation, bad AI outputs, broken reporting, and operational instability at scale. The current best practice is therefore very clear. Establish business ownership early. Clean data before migration. Define governance permanently. And run multiple migration rehearsals long before go-live. Enterprise architecture may sound theoretical, but mistakes here become extremely expensive later in project and over the years of operation, when bottlenecks are built in or non-performance is chasing you for years later. A weak enterprise architecture creates duplicate functions, unclear ownership, broken integrations, redundant processes, slow data flows and processes, and uncontrolled complexity growth. This becomes even more dangerous because modern companies now combine SAP AI services, SaaS platforms, data lakes, automation tooling, and hyperscaler infrastructure simultaneously. Current architectural thinking strongly moves toward smaller ERP cores, clean interfaces, and stricter governance around integration complexity. Coexistence is another underestimated cost driver. Most companies cannot replace everything at once. So old and new systems run in parallel, sometimes for years. This creates duplicate interfaces, dual reporting logic, temporary synchronization layers, manual reconciliations, and operational confusion. Various user societies describe coexistence complexity as one of the most exhausting parts of large ERP programs. The modern recommendation is minimize transition periods aggressively wherever operationally possible. The next underestimated topic is product ownership. Who actually owns the process, the application, the integrations, the data, the AI logic, and the operational responsibility afterward? Many SAP programs still operate through committees instead of ownership, and then nobody can make decisions fast enough. Current successful transformation programs increasingly move toward strong product ownership models with clearly assigned business and IT accountability. Otherwise, external providers slowly become the real decision makers. And once that happens, dependency increases rapidly. Infrastructure is another classic hidden delay driver. Systems arrive late. Networks are incomplete. VPNs are missing. Monitoring is not ready. Transport routes fail. Cloud responsibilities are unclear. And because modern SAP landscapes are now hybrid combinations of cloud, hyperscaler, SaaS, AI services, and legacy systems, infrastructure complexity has increased significantly. Current project experience strongly recommends treat infrastructure as a core work stream from day one, not as an operational side task. Especially testing environments and performance environments must be available early. Otherwise, entire project streams become blocked, waiting for systems. Research and implementation reports repeatedly identify technical readiness and integrations as major migration bottlenecks. The next topic is cybersecurity. Modern SAP systems are no longer isolated ERP systems. They are connected operational platforms. This means the CISO organization must be involved early, not shortly before go live, at the beginning. The current state-of-the-art approach is security by design. That means identity concepts, privileged access, segregation of duties, logging, zero trust principles, and cloud responsibility models must already shape the architecture itself. And this matters. Recent SAP security vulnerabilities demonstrated again that ungoverned SAP landscapes remain high-value attack targets. Licenses are another dangerous blind spot, not only SAP licenses. Licenses for all parts of the environment, like databases, middleware, cloud consumption, monitoring tools, and so on. Modern pricing models increasingly depend on users, storage, documents, messages, compute, and AI consumption. And once usage scales, cost transparency disappears quickly. This is why mature SAP programs increasingly establish dedicated commercial governance functions early. Otherwise, licensing surprises arrive after the contracts are already signed. Data protection is becoming harder now, not easier. Because modern SAP landscapes move data continuously across cloud providers, AI tools, SaaS platforms, etc. Many organizations still underestimate where sensitive information actually flows. The modern best practice is data flow transparency and ownership mapping early in the project lifecycle. Especially in Europe, AI-related data governance requirements are increasing rapidly. And once AI-generated decisions influence operational processes, compliance expectations rise immediately. AI compliance is now becoming its own operational discipline, especially in regulated industries. Current AI governance discussions focus heavily on traceability, human oversight, data provenance, model transparency, risk categorization, and auditability. Many companies still experiment with AI informally inside SAP programs. That phase will not last. Regulators are already moving much faster than many IT organizations expected. Even SAP itself now positions AI governance as a central architectural requirement around its future platforms. Business continuity is another topic that gets attention far too late. SAP systems operate critical processes across the whole company's ecosystem. That means companies need fallback procedures, disaster recovery, backup testing, manual emergency processes, and operational recovery concepts long before go live. Hybrid cloud environments now make this significantly more complex than in older on-premise landscapes. Internal audit teams increasingly participate directly inside transformation programs. Why? Because SAP transformations now affect all audit-related methods, processes, and data. The current recommendation is involve audit and compliance teams early instead of treating them as final reviewers. Otherwise, expensive redesign work appears during testing and hypercare. External audits are becoming tougher as well. Especially cloud and indirect access models now create much more operational complexity around measurable usage. That means documentation quality, process traceability, user models, and operational transparency matter far more than before. Authorizations and user experience are another classic late project surprise. Old ERP role models often no longer fit. Fiori, mobile access, cloud integrations, and AI-supported workflows. At the same time, users increasingly compare SAP systems with consumer software experiences. That means simplicity, speed, mobile usability, and visual consistency matter much more now in the age of easy-to-use UI interfaces, e.g. of the mobile phones. Many ERP discussions online repeatedly show that weak usability still drives shadow processes and Excel workarounds. And finally, decommissioning of legacy software. Many organizations invest enormous effort into building the new world, but never define how the old world disappears. Without clear decommissioning strategies, legacy systems stay alive, licenses continue, interfaces remain active, audit obligations continue, and infrastructure costs survive for years. The state-of-the-art recommendation today is plan decommissioning already during architecture and migration design, not after go live. My conclusion is simple. Large SAP programs rarely collapse because of the obvious roadmap. They collapse because dozens of smaller operational topics were treated as secondary problems. Data architecture, coexistence, ownership, security, licenses, audit and compliance, EU, AI, compliance, build and run infrastructure, authorizations, user experience, decommissioning. None of these topics look spectacular in steering committees, but together they determine whether the future SAP landscape becomes stable, governable, and sustainable, or simply another expensive layer of operational complexity. Thank you for your interest. Hope to see you soon. Please do not miss the next part of our journey to smart SAP projects. Part 8. Basic with a Thrill. Project and Roll-in Out Organization. Part 9. Go Live, Change Management, Transition into Line Organization. And this is all to help you to win the race. And this all is to the unsung heroes of transformation, project leaders who have navigated the stormy seas of deadlines, scope changes, and midnight deployments with unwavering resolve. Thank you for your interest. Goodbye. Lukas Röhrs. And if you can't wait until the next episode starts and you'd like to find out more about how to make sure your SAP project is on the right track, have a look at our great new book. It is available on Amazon.com. Now,